We've already discussed that transitions and animations can convey a great sense of depth with your application. And for our specific application, we thought about the following transition from our view controller, from our overview view controller to the detail view controller, or our image view controller, image selection view controller, and of course also back to the overview. So this is what our animation should look like in theory. Now let's have a look at the specific example. So first of all, we have our two view controllers. We could call it in terms for our transition animation, we could call the left overview view controller, we could call that one background or from view controller, because we are coming from this view controller and it is going to be in the background, and the right view controller is going to be the to view controller or the foreground view controller, since this is the view controller that we are moving to, and that is going to be in the foreground. So what we are planning to do is, of course, transitioning from a collection view cell. So we need to take this collection view cell out and think about what we need. And what we are planning to do is actually just getting the image from this collection view cell. So this is what we need. We need an image view snapshot that we can work with and that we'd like to animate. And we need the positions from this image view in our from view controller and the destination position in our to view controller. And this is what we need in theory. Now, Apple provides us with a great API for that when we want to create custom transitions. And if you do that for the first time, it kind of seems intimidating, but it is actually rather simple. So if we have a look at that, there is a protocol called UI View Controller Animated Transitioning. And with that, we get a set of methods for implementing the animations for a custom view controller transition. And one very important function or method that we need to talk about is the animate transition function that has a so-called transition context as a parameter. And UIKit calls this method when presenting or dismissing a view controller. And we use this method to configure the animations associated with our custom transition. So you can use view-based animations or core animation to configure your animations right here. And the very important aspect here is that all animations must take place in the view specified by the container view property of transition context in our animate transition function. And what we have to do here is to add the view being presented to the container views hierarchies, and we get this container view from the transition context, and set up any animations we want to happen in that container view. So the hierarchy is going to look something like that. We get this container view from our transition context, and here we have it. This is where everything takes place. And then we get both the foreground view controller's view and the background view controller's view, so that we can configure and coordinate transparencies, sizes, and colors of these views of both background and foreground view controllers' views. And of course, we are going to have our image view in this container view, and this is going to be the main thing that is going to be animated, and we're going to have a look at how this is going to be done in code right now.